Hey there, this is Adam Lane with PocketNow.com, and 10 years ago we published our first smartphone review on PocketNow.com. Now before that we had been covering mostly Pocket PC stuff. So this device is the first one that has attempted to combine the power of the Pocket PC with a mobile cell phone. So let's take a closer look. So first off, let me talk a little bit about 2002. This was a time when everybody was carrying, a PDA on one hand that would do all your contact syncing, your calendar, keeping track of that kind of thing, your email. Most of them didn't have internet access though, so you had to sync it with a computer. And this device is the Compaq iPAQ Pocket PC H3600. This came out in 2000. And it was one of the most powerful Pocket PCs of the time. Color screen, hardware buttons, a little speaker down there. And what we have here is the Compaq GSM GPRS expansion pack, which slides onto the device. It's kind of tight there, but you can see it slides in like that. And that adds cell phone functionality to this extremely powerful Pocket PC, extremely powerful for the time. You gotta remember, this is a time when Apple was making iPods, that were just a hard drive with a little grayscale screen and a click wheel that, played MP3s, and that's it. Now, something interesting about this design, since this PDA Pocket PC was never designed to be a cell phone, there's no speaker up here, and there's no microphone. Well, there's actually is a microphone, but it's for voice recording, and it's up there. So, the expansion pack has another speaker back here and then a microphone down here. So what you have to do is you have to use the screen to select your contact and call them, and then hold it to your head like this. So it was like the back of it was the phone. Alright, next let's take a look around the device and maybe even turn it on. Now another interesting thing about this is this PDA was actually the first device manufactured by HTC, who is really popular now. So 12 years ago, pretty nice device. Alright, let's take a look. This is the Compaq PDA part. We have a light sensor, ambient light sensors. That's the power button. That's a microphone. And we have hardware buttons, which were great shortcuts for launching programs that you used often. You didn't have to touch the screen or anything, just press the button. And here's the D-pad. So that goes each direction, and there's actually a speaker built into that, which is quite innovative. At the bottom we have a power charger plug, and we have a proprietary connection slot. These were very popular 10 years ago. Apple never got around to switching to standard connection types, such as mini USB and micro USB. Here's a reset button. So I can get the stylus out. Let's look at the stylus first. There's a button to release the stylus, and it comes out of there. And that's a reset button for in case it freezes up. And over here we have a internal battery switch, so you can shut that off to keep it from completely dying and losing some of the memory, or also if you need to do a really good reset. So back at the top we also have an infrared port. This was something that we used to transfer information like contact cards, documents, but also to connect to other cell phones for dial-up internet access. And here's a 3.5mm headset jack. And we have a voice recorder button. This is good for recording notes. Later on it was also good for doing voice command. And with our expansion pack on, here's our phone speaker and the phone microphone and the power button, LED indicator, and up top is the phone headset jack with a 2.5mm headset jack, and this is a little tray for the SIM card. See, that goes in there. Of course, we got a protruding antenna and another charging port. This includes a secondary battery along with more memory and software for the phone. So when it plugs in, it actually installs the software. Alright, so let's see if we can turn it on. Oh, by the way, it also comes with a docking station. Those were popular at one time. These are little stylus holes and a connection for charging as well as syncing with your PC. Something you don't see anymore. So let's get a plug in. It says tap the screen to set up. Now ever since I dug this out, some of these black spots started appearing. I think the screen is dying. This was your first setup. You can see how quick it is. Now it's recognizing the expansion pack. However, the expansion pack battery no longer takes a charge and no longer powers on. So unfortunately I won't be able to show the telephone interface that installs when you add the expansion pack because it doesn't work anymore. There you go. And here is Pocket PC 2002, which was later renamed to Windows Mobile. You can see the theme says mobile. And we have a today screen with your widgets that will provide all sorts of different information. So let's go to Start. Here's our Start screen. Up here is going to be the recent programs. And we have a bunch of programs there. That can be customized. Let's go to Settings. On buttons, we can change what each button does. Volume control. And under menus, we can change which programs appear in the Start menu. Oh, and also the New menu. So when we have that, we got really easy 2 taps to create a new file or document or contact or whatever. Let's go to today's screen. Here's where we can choose different themes. And here's where we can choose different today's screen items. So third-party developers can install any kind of today's screen item they want, which will show whatever information you want to have there. So here you see we have 32 megs of storage, and this is a 2002 version of Pocket PC. Fortunately, the expansion pack is no longer recognized because it doesn't work anymore. And here's our memory. That's how much storage we had on this device. So you couldn't fit that many MP3s, but we had storage card support. If the expansion pack was working, you'd see 2 batteries here. And we have infrared connections, internet connections to AvantGo, which was a way of caching websites to the device so that you didn't have to be connected all the time. Here's your calendar. We have icons at the bottom for choosing between the views, and we have little menus. Contacts. There's your keyboard. Of course, you could choose any kind of keyboard here. Email combined with the GPRS expansion pack. I had wireless email. Anywhere that there was GPRS reception. Now this browser is based on IE4, and at the time it was really the only browser, the only mobile browser that actually supported HTML. Everything else was WAP, Wireless Application Protocol. Notes are great. We can do handwriting recognition. Of course, tasks. Now, since this was originally running Pocket PC 2000 and it was upgraded to 2002, we're missing a few of the programs that were available for 2002. But we still have Word, Excel, Infrared Receive. There's your File Explorer, which also supported networking. So you could go right to a network path. There's your calculator. And games, of course. And down here we have a universal search. Search is all data. Or you can choose different types of data to search. And there's your ActiveSync, which was capable of doing wireless sync over infrared as well as Wi-Fi. And Exchange Sync with a schedule, of course. A lot of these features are not available on most of today's smartphones. Now here's a new calendar appointment, and here's something interesting. This is the notes of the calendar appointment, and I can actually write in the notes. And that would sync right into Outlook. And what's more, hey, this is a voice recording that will sync right into Outlook as an attachment in the notes field. There's your audio file, and that's going to be saved with the appointment. Handwriting recognition doesn't work very well. Let's choose a different one. There, that's better. Notes and audio attachments in the calendar appointments. Something nothing does today. Oh, what's that? You want to do it for the contact as well? No problem. Voice recording, hello. Voice recording, hello. There you go, that's within a contact. Now, unfortunately, we're missing the MP3 player, the video player. All these things could have been installed if I hooked it up to a computer that was old. And it was also capable of ebook reading, audiobooks, pretty much anything except for most of the new apps that never existed back then. GPS navigation, Worked fine with this as well if you had a Bluetooth GPS receiver. You notice this does not have a camera and does not have Bluetooth or Wi-Fi built in, but those could be very easily added with the expansion packs. So that's the GSM GPRS expansion pack for the Compaq iPAQ Pocket PC from back in 2002. I was really excited about this device because it was really the first time we had a really well integrated PDA and phone, which later became smartphones. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and give us a thumbs up if you did, and that's it for now.